family.
The Hamutenyas are
Back.
We do apologize for the long break in between since our last video. It's been a bit hectic and we are realizing that being YouTubers takes quite a bit of discipline, and we will definitely be working on that so that we can release more content in a timely manner, because we really do want our story to reach who it needs to reach and impact who it needs to impact.
Yeah, and for the new viewers, I am Franz Hamutenyas, and this is my lovely, beautiful wife, Caroline Hamutenyas. We just want to encourage you to like and subscribe, and don't forget to press on the notification bell for more content like this in the future.
So, in our last video, we shared on 5 mistakes we made while planning our wedding, and today we have another exciting topic we would love to share with you guys, and it is titled
The Road to the Hamutenyas.
So, we saw becoming the Hamutenyas, and now we want to share with you guys just a little bit about the road
To the
Hamutenyas, to becoming the Hamutenyas, what that looked like, and we're gonna start off with how we met. So in order to do this story justice, we're gonna backtrack to 2021. I joined my very first ever mission with the church, and it was a mission trip to Otjiwarongo. And what happened is that I fell in love with the town. Now, at that point, I'm not sure if you were a part of the church yet.
I wasn't part of the church because it was early.
It was August.
August. No, I was part of the church, but I was not in
town. Yes, he was not in town at that point. So, yeah, we didn't meet there. But then I fell in love with the town, and I just felt like I need to go to Otjiwarongo when I went back to Windhoek. Now, I'm from Windhoek initially, for those who don't know, born and raised. So it was my first time in Otjiwarongo, and I loved the place. I felt at home. So going back home, I was just like, I need to go. And the next year, I actually wanted to do the internship with the church as well. So I was like, I need to go. I want to do my internship, but I want to do it in Otjiwarongo. Like, I was so determined, like, I need to go to Otjiwarongo, but a lot happened, and I ended up not coming. So then I think a few months later, in October or so, we had a conference in Windhoek, and that's where the Otjiwarongo team also came to Windhoek, to the conference now. And you know, the pastor at the time was now giving updates on what's happening in the Otjiwarongo church, and one thing that they mentioned was now this new youth leader that they met, this powerful, you know, leader who was leading his own youth ministry. And so they merged now with the church, with the community church, and they became one. And the person that they were speaking about was Mr. Franz over here. And so he was like a celebrity. So that was my first introduction to him, but we didn't actually meet at that point. I know we took a group picture with the Otjiwarongo team. We'll put the picture up, but I didn't meet them individually. There were some I knew from the mission trip, but then I didn't know most of them, didn't really interact with them. But I was just like, these are my boys, you know, and so I had to take a picture with them. At that point, I was still so like, I'm going, I'm coming, guys, you know. So yeah, and then a month later, again in November, there was a cluster meeting, leaders cluster meeting in Swakop, and that's where I think we exchanged our first words. We greeted each other, but we didn't really get into it. It was like a group setting, so we just communicated with each other within the group.
The weird thing about this cluster meeting was we had the church bus from Windhoek, so they, as a campus team, needed a ride to Swakopmund. So we had to go pick them up. And that's where we were in the same bus. and we singing together music in the same bus, so we were talking, so we the only time we realized that really we were in the same place and we spoke was when we saw the pictures later on. But another thing is that this is maybe funny, but I had a crush on her. Like when I saw her, I just like, wow, my eyes were like, where is this beautiful lady from? So I really had a crush on her, and I was so excited to be having such a group of students and campus leaders and getting engaging with them.
I actually did not notice him. I did not know I met him. I knew of the Ventugwan where they announced him as, this new powerful youth leader. But apart from that, I did not know we met in Swakop as well. So, like he said, we only saw it in the pictures later.
So after the Swakop Moon trip, we had to go back to our towns. Unfortunately, my crush needed to go back to Windhoek, and I had to come back to Chibarongo. But there was good news in that. And the news was that she said, she's going to come to Chibarongo and start serving in the Chibarongo church. But that time, it was not yet a fully developed church. It was still a church plant, but she was excited to come to Chibarongo. And so am I, not because of the crash though, but I was excited because I needed a female leader, a young female leader, to be able to lead and disciple the young girls at the youth. And so, because most of the boys were being taken care of, it was either me or the pastor was discipling them. So it was difficult for the girls to be discipled because there was no female leader they could look up to. So 2022, I was told she's coming. So I began to pray, like earnestly praying every day for her to come. And I kept on even forcing my pastor and asking him, Pastor, when is she coming? When is she coming? And up to April, pastor never gave me an answer. And then April came and I was like, April was the last month I ever prayed for her to come. So since then, I never actually went on my knees to pray for her. I prayed that she would come, but she never came, so I didn't know why she came. Perhaps she can share why she didn't come.
Yeah, the Lord said no, basically. That's the clear-cut answer. I really wanted to come, and by fire by force, I was ready to come. I did not want to. I still needed to finish my studies. I was not done studying, and that was actually the main thing why the Lord said no. I had really amazing leaders who prayed with me. Some were not so happy because they felt I still needed to grow as a leader because, like he said, the church was not yet fully developed. It was a church plant and it requires a lot more work. And so my leaders were a little bit concerned in the sense where I'm still new to the leadership and all of that, so they really wanted more time for me to grow. But they were supportive, they prayed with me, they helped me plan and all of that. But in the midst of it all, it was always just going back to the Lord and asking Him, what is it that you want me to do? Where is it that you want me to be? And ultimately fighting with the Lord, wrestling with the Lord. But in the end, He told me that I needed to finish my studies first before I do anything else. So I needed to obey the Lord. And as much as it hurt, I just had to let go of the Chivarama dream at that time.
Yeah, she didn't come, so I was disappointed. Unfortunately, she wasn't coming anymore. But I kept on pushing, teaching the youth and the girls, though my leader didn't come.
Yeah, she. Anywho, fast forward to 2023 May. I graduated 2023 April, and just as the Lord said, as soon as I finished my studies, literally a week after I graduated, I got an invite to an interview for this Ochivarongo position where I work now. So yeah, we serve a living God. There's no denying that.
Amen.
Yeah, it really pays to obey the Lord. So as he said, I need to finish my studies, and which I did, and he made the way for me to come to Ochivarongo, which at that point I was kind of over, if I have to be honest. I think I just accepted the job because it was a full-time permanent job, and at the time I was working as a temp, so it was contract, so I needed a steady income, and yeah, this was providing it, and I was like, yeah, there was that time I wanted to go to Chibarongo, so I guess we'll see what that will look like, and that's how I ended up here.
Yeah, when she came to Chivarongo, I wasn't in the place. I believe I was out somewhere in Windhoek giving training. So maybe cross paths.
Yeah.
When I was going out, because I came from South Africa from my studies, because I went on to go to be trained to be a full-time children missionary. So when I came back immediately after the training, I had to go out and go train others to reach out to children. So we cross paths. So when she came to Chivarongo, I went on Windhoek.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I was also very much active in the church. I was kind of just loner vibes, new town, new people. The only person I knew was the pastor, so and I can't be hanging out with the pastor. But slowly but surely, I started serving in the church and started to form a bit of a community. And I think that's where we would say we met actually. I can't really. There's no specific day that I remember.
I remember it was August. Yeah, it was late August. I remember it was late August when we actually met. She was introduced to the team by the pastor as one of the leaders from Window. So as soon as I saw her, I was like, I remember you. And then I came to her and said, I have a session I want to teach with the youth.
Yeah.
Can you please join me?
Yeah, I said yes, and then I never did because the topics he wanted to teach, I was just like, I'm a baby. How can you put me in front of other people and want me to teach? Okay, yes, I taught a bit in winter, but I was not comfortable with the youth. Like, there's just so much to the story, but I did not keep my word, and that's actually what drove him. Because then I was put in charge of the worship team ministry, and then I needed people. So then I remember I jokingly approached him, and you want to share your part on that?
Yeah, so she came to me and she said, can you sing? And I was like, no, I can only rap. And she was like, but anybody can sing. I was like, okay. Then in my mind, something came, a strategy which I had to come up with. I was like, I joined the worship team and I serve in the worship team. That will make her feel convicted to serve in the youth. So I joined the worship team, and the first time I joined, without any audition, she already put me up for serving the next Sunday. I was just like, I don't even know where to start. So we served together the first Sunday. My first Sunday, actually, I served with her singing. And she led me very well to sing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just felt you were this mighty man of God. You don't need to audition. I have trust that the Lord will do mighty wonders through you. So, yeah, that's how we can say we really met. It was through serving. So he joined my ministry and we served together there. I joined his ministry at a later stage, and yeah, we served together.
Even with that, also, she was still a bit running away from me. I would send her a text and she would not even reply. When I see her chat, she will try to hide. And it's like, oh no, I didn't forget, I will reply. But the first time she actually came to the youth ministry was the Christmas service that we had, the last day of the youth, where she actually really, really did a lot of work for me. Where she went into town, did quotations on the snacks that we need to buy for the youth on the last day. And she, after doing all the quotation, I sent her the money, she got the money, she bought the stuffs. But then later on, she didn't appear that last day. I don't know what happened, she didn't come. Girlie's phone was even off, and I was wondering, where is she? I was so frustrated that she didn't come after the effort she did. Maybe she will share what happened.
Yes, my phone had issues, but I'd be lying if I said it was really the phone. It was just me. There was just something in me that was keeping me from going, and I just tried to make every excuse there was. But these guys were not taking no for an answer. The minute I switched my phone back on, they're like, no, where are you? Are you home? I will come pick you up. I'll send someone to pick you up. So they sent Joseph, our brother, who was driving the bus at the time because my house wasn't so far from the youth center. And they sent him, and I was just like, I should have just left my phone off.
So the Lord works in mysterious ways. So she came eventually. And later on, she had to say she enjoyed the youth service.
I did. I loved it. And I thank the Lord for, that moment where I switched on my phone and they didn't stop pursuing me. And I showed up, and I have loved the youth ministry ever since then.
Yeah, so that's how we really started getting to know each other in a sense, but coming back from backgrounds where we are just serving together. Nothing more, nothing else, nothing relating to boyfriend, girlfriend, or dating. It was just serving together. And then that's how our journey started, where we really had to share a stage together. And the finest of it was when, just to go in front a little bit, was when we started serving on the Christmas service together.
Oh,
yes.
The worship team.
The worship
oh,
team.
Man.
So
Beautiful.
very much beautiful. We were practicing. The intended plan was everyone in the worship team will sing at the Christmas service.
Yeah.
So we were practicing every day, almost every day in a week, and we would come together and practice. But then we don't know what happened. People started stepping down. Some were not. They were coming unprepared. Some were coming very late, so she, as a leader, had to stand up and remove some. Some decided they would travel. So in the end, it was only me and her left to sing.
Yeah, and we had Elvis who played the keys.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you were playing the guitar. So it was only me and her that sang the Christmas service.
But it was beautiful.
Yeah, very beautiful.
One of my favorite sets to this day.
Exactly, for me as well. But I've been looking for the videos. I can't find them.
I have them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so there was one thing that put us together, because now it was only two of us practicing for the Christmas service.
Yeah, another thing relating to the Christmas time was that as a worship team, I actually wanted us to do this Bible study together. So it's a popular Bible study where you read the book of Luke from the 1st of December to the 24th of December, because it has 24 chapters. So by the 24th of December, Christmas Eve, we would have read about the life of Jesus. And I really wanted us to do it as a team, also in preparation, for the worship set. But again, nobody else wanted to do it besides the two of us. So yeah, for me, I was just like determined. I really want to do it, and then he said he would do it alongside me. So I was like, yes, let's go. I don't want to do it alone. And that Bible study.
Ooh.
That Bible study, it was, I don't even have the words for it, but if you want to know,
come back for part 2.
We're going to share more about that Bible study. And just a little bit more in our next part. For now, we're just going to leave it hanging right there. But thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and please, to be notified for part 2, please press on that bell notification.
Don't forget to share as well if you enjoyed our content and want to share it with others as well.
Jesus loves you guys.
All the time.